and I nearly forgot, nearly made a major mistake. That would have been fun. And, add the old straight to it. So hopefully it shouldn't stick. And then add this. And here. There we go. So we're going to have plenty left, and then we'll put this down. It's on the bottom there. Now we just need to leave that to start cooking for a bit and see what happens. Chances are it's going to make a bit of a mess. It's going to end up possibly leaking out of there because of the fact that it's got baking powder in there, which will thing you up. But we will see how it goes. I'll be back here in a couple of minutes when I think they're done. There we go. As you can see, just like I said, would probably end up happening. I'll probably put a little bit too much in for how much is there. Put down next, put less in it and see how it things, but it is overflowing as you can see. So I'm going to give it a tiny hard nut now to clean that little bit of a mess up and go back from there. There you can then see. So you've got to put, it's all of a case of experimenting and trying to get it right. I said to you, I'm always going to keep it real. Now there's my first one, my first ever attempt. It's a bit of a fuck up at the minute, but hopefully it will set itself right.
Don't you wanna learn to deal with fear? Don't you wanna take the wheel and steer? Don't you wait another minute here? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for?
Now look guys, this is like a midweek one. This is on Thursday, and I don't normally do this on Thursday, but I just want to show you the difference that can be from the beginning of the week. 85.6, I've come to like almost a full kilo, and 34.8 down from, I think it was 35 point something. So just to prove to you that it can all be a bit misleading if you just don't know what you see. Look, there's 86.4 and 35.5, and I've come down to 50 to 85. See, and that's come down to 34. I'm going to prove to you that don't get yourself too disheartened if you go up a little bit. By the weekend, it might just be something that you've ate over a couple of days beforehand that can have a dramatic effect, because there, you can see that one there, I've went down in the midweek one, which I don't, obviously I'm not going to write them down because that's something I just don't do. But don't get disheartened all the time. If you can see it looks nice little bed headaches, I just woke up. Don't get too disheartened if things don't go really the way you thought they would, because it doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. You know, it just could be something that you've ate that's just either disagreed with you, or I did say that I had a few problems with my macros at the beginning, like that throughout that week. Where when I was trying to hit my proteins, I ended up going over on my fats and well over on my carbs. Well, not over, they were still sort of under what I was supposed to have, but it was way too high for what I wanted to be able to have. So this week so far, I've managed to stay well under on the carbs. I've been having anywhere between 150 and 200 grams of carbs, which is like low, considering I was having 250 to 300 carbs. And my fats I've getting down to sort of keeping roughly about the 60-ish, between 60 and 70, whereas beforehand I was going up like sort of anywhere from 70 to 90 to just to hit the protein macros. So I've been doing a bit better this time, keeping the macros done. So let's see how the rest of the weekend, and if I can keep this up all week, maybe we'll have a bit of a change coming the thing, you know. So thanks very much for watching, guys. I will get back to you very soon with another video, because I think today I will probably have a go at doing the waffles. I'll probably give that a go today. So maybe we'll see a video up with the waffles with this one, or maybe it'll come after this one. But you know me, it'll be raw, it'll be real. I won't attempt to make any before I do this, so let's see how it goes. I'll catch you soon, guys. Thanks very much for watching. Hello my YouTube friends, and today is the day we're going to give our first attempt at making some protein waffles. So what I've got already in here is, I'm basically going to be making quite a few of them today. So I've like doubled up the ingredients that I've seen, because there's so many recipes out there for this that I'm going to be probably trying over the next few weeks different recipes to see which one I prefer. This one just calls for, it actually didn't call for any particular type of protein, but I'm actually using the My Proteins chocolate flavoured casein. There's 4 in there. I've also put some baking powder in there, which it calls for 1/4 of a little teaspoon. So I've put in a full teaspoon, because obviously, like I say, I'm making a doubling up. We have the Greek yogurt, yeah, which it calls for 1 spoon for the thingy. So I'm going to be obviously putting in 4, which we're going to basically weigh off to see how much is in there for when I put it onto me. I think it's going to be 4 heaped tablespoons of it. There's 3 in there, and here comes the 4th one. And that is basically 174 grams of that. So I'm going to end up writing that down. I'm going to do this bit. I obviously had to put the camera down where I'll put in 1 heaped spoon of that. I think that'll probably be enough thoughts in there, and then we need, basically, we're going to put in the eggs. Egg whites, you can put in 4 egg whites because it calls for 1. So let's see how many I'm going to be making. It'd be better if you've got the egg whites in the actual, you can buy them in the cartons. They'd probably work out faster to work this out with than do, but obviously I haven't got any in at the moment, so here we go. Just separating the egg whites from the egg yolks. And then what I'll do while I'm doing that is we'll put this thing on so it starts heating up, because it said the first time round it might give off a bit of a weird smell and what have you while it's burning off any excess coating on the actual machine. So I want to see if I can get rid of that straight away. So straight away, I don't know if you can see it there on the camera, but it is smoking away there straight off, which is what I want to do. I want to get rid of some of that stuff before I even start. And I'm just hoping that these are as delicious as I've seen them looking on everybody else's channels. Like I say, over the next few weeks or so, I'll probably try different ones just to see which ones I prefer, because some of them obviously have the oats in there to give them some carbs, and then like I say, I'm trying to keep my carbs down, so I'm going to try it without the carbs in at the minute. And what we'll do now is we're going to give this a stirring round with a good mix. I just want to do it nice and slow to start with, just to give it a chance to not go all over the place and make a huge mess, because casein powder is a lot thinner than the actual whey protein, which means it actually can just make powder and just totally disappear on you. You come up the top, like you can see there now, it's, you know, so you've got to just take your time with it to start with and give it a chance to mix in. You can smell that thing, get enough that smell it's got. And if this is mixing up too thick, I'll probably add a bit of milk or something to it, just to, because obviously it's like an experiment for me. I've got to work out how much of what I need. I might need more eggs in there, I might need things. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a bit of milk to it. And what we'll use is we'll use some of this as 1% milk in there, because it needs to be a little bit runny. So I'll add a bit of that to there. And it's all about just trying to get the consistency right now. So we'll just add a little bit of stuff to it to get right and get a good forearm workout out of it, which for me isn't too clever. I'm trying to rest my forearm. It's going to need some more, and that's really sort of stinking itself up a bit. And before obviously do it, I'll end up adding into that. Right, so we'll just mix this away and I'll get back to you in a second when I've... Okay, so here we go, we've got about the right, I think hopefully it should be the right consistency now. It's, you can't see that probably because of the thing, but I think that's about the right consistency now. What we're going to do is we're going to add this here. Hang on, nearly forgot, nearly made a major mistake. That would have been fun. And, add the old straight to it. So hopefully it shouldn't stick. And then add this. And then just basically start spreading it out. Out here. There we go. So we're going to have plenty left, and then we'll put this down. It's on the bottom there. Now we just need to leave that to start cooking for a bit and see what happens. Chances are it's going to make a bit of a mess. It's going to end up possibly leaking out of there because of the fact that it's got baking powder in there, which will thing you up. But we will see how it goes. I'll be back to you in a couple of minutes when I think they're done. There we go, as you can see, just like I said would probably end up happening. I'll probably put a little bit too much in for how much is there. I'm going to put down put less in it and see how it things, but it is overflowing as you can see. So I'm going to give it a tiny harden up and I'll have to clean that little bit of a mess up and go back from there. There you can go and see. So you've got to put, it's all of the case of experimenting and trying to get it right. I said to you, I'm always going to keep it real. There's my first one, my first ever attempt. It's a bit of a fuck up at the minute, but hopefully it will set itself right. So as you can see there, the first ones, I don't know if you can see that, I mean they're slightly, probably what looks like maybe classed as burnt, but with it being chocolate you can't really tell. But I think what I've done is there's too much baking powder in there, because the first one is that, and like, look, there's just nothing, there's nothing in them. They're actually like wafer thin. There is no denseness to them. They're basically so light it's unbelievable. There is nothing. So you can see right there where it's come apart. And that there's just nothing in there. There's seems to be no denseness to them. I don't think that's how they're supposed to be. I think there's supposed to be a bit of denseness about them. But maybe that's just me, I don't know. I'll give another go with the recipe I've got. With the rest of the stuff I've got there, I'll try a few more and see what happens with them. If not, I'll have to go back to the drawing board and probably look at what I've done and possibly take out some of the baking powder so there's not so much in there. But there you go, keeping it real, guys. Yeah, fucked up. But let's go for the second set and see what happens next. Attempt number 2. We've got basically the same result again. You can see that it's just totally just come apart. It's got no meat to it at all, no meat to it. It's just like basically whatever was in there is thingy, and I don't know whether it's the fact that I've used the casein, or whether the fact I've just put too much baking powder in there. That's certainly, I don't think, how they're supposed to be. It's just not, it hasn't worked at all again. So what I'll have to do now is I'll probably have to which I don't like the idea of, is I'm not going to have to waste all that stuff that's in there. So let's see what round 2 brings. Okay, so I thought maybe just to try and not waste the stuff away, that I'll put it into a baking tray. Basically put it in a preheated oven, which I'm going to heat up at 120 degrees, so it's a good thing because it's sort of slowish rather than doing it quickly. You see how you got a quick glimpse there. That's what I'm going to be doing for tonight. Do some muscle foods, peri hash steaks. They are really lovely things to eat. But let's get this thing in the oven, and that's going to rise quite a bit, so hopefully it won't rise too fast and too thingy like what it does in the other one. And we'll come back at that in a few minutes to see how it's doing. But now we'll clean this mess up that's been made, and then we'll try and make it again. Ding ding, round 2. Let's try again. This time round I have added a half and half, which is half casein and half whey. I've used the brownie one for the whey because I love obviously brownies, and I'm hoping that that will help to do the trick. We're not pouring too much again, we'll just scoop it around here. It's already sort of cooking the bottom bit when I'm basically putting it in, so I'll already heat up a bit more this time round. Put the lid down, and there we go. Let's see what happens this time. Like I say, I've got half casein and half whey protein in there. I've used again both of them for my protein, chocolate brownie flavour and the thingy flavour. Let's see how these ones turn out. See if we can get this thing right this time round. I guess that one's a little bit of a disaster as well. I don't know what it is. Me, I'm starting to get very annoyed with this thing. Again, it's just, I think I'm really not sprayed it, but that, it's just not fucking working at all. Don't know what to do next. I'll try this again. I'll just put slightly more into it, but I don't know. It's just, I'm gonna have to have a look at a few more recipes, I think, and I'm probably gonna have to do pancakes, or maybe just make pancakes out of what I've got left of that stuff. So at least I've got something for breakfast the next couple of days at work, until I can get some more recipes. Have a look at a few more, and then try and work out where the fucking hell I'm going wrong, because that's just again a total fucking disaster. Oh well, guys, and look, that's what the other thing turned out like. Doesn't look very appetizing, but actually it's really nice. So I'll end up eating that. It's probably me dinner for the day. See what the hell that turns out like, and then I'll probably end up using the rest of that to make some protein pancakes up with, because at least they should hopefully work with what's in there. But I'm getting lost. I really am getting lost. Maybe I'm just gonna have to try and do it with the porridge oats in as well. But like I say, I'll go off and I'll watch a couple more videos today after I've went off and done some other things, because I've got to try and get some cookies and that done as well. So I'm going to try a new recipe for cookies. So maybe I'll record that recipe for cookies as well while I'm on, and show you a total fuck up of a day. Because that's annoying as fuck. You know, I'll keep it real. That's the things you might come up against yourself when you decide to try to do some of this for yourself. Hopefully you'll learn from my little experiments how not to do it, and maybe learn from when I do eventually get it right how to do it. But so far that's just fucked up completely. I'll catch you soon, guys. Thanks very much for sticking with it. Hopefully we'll have a good one soon. Please like if you want to see more of these fucking total fuck up disasters of me trying to do stuff, and I'll see you on the next one, guys. Ta-da. Guys, as you can see, I'm busy making me protein pancakes up. To make them, I had to add obviously the porridge oats to it. So what I decided to do is, when I'd done the porridge oats, I started making them, and I went, nowadays I'm going to give it one more shot, one more attempt at it tonight before I knock it on the head till next Friday. I've got more time to things. This one is obviously the mix of the half and half I put less of the baking soda in to it. I'd only put, I think, just over a quarter of a teaspoon into the mix, and obviously now it's got the added porridge oats in there, hopefully to make it thicker. So far it hasn't spilled out, but I've just got to give it time and see what happens. But like I say, I'm busy making me protein pancakes up, so at least I have got something for me breakfast for the next few days if this doesn't work. If this does work, then that's great. I'll probably not make any more this week. I'll probably wait till next Friday, but at least I'll have a better idea. I wanted to try and make it without the porridge oats, just so that I didn't get in the extra carbs from it. I wanted to try and keep my carbs right down, so that's why I was trying to make one without the porridge oats. But if this works with the porridge oats in it, at least then I know I have got ones that I can make. Yeah, and that'll be a good start. And like I say, perhaps if I get the chance later on, I will attempt to make some more cookies that I got the recipe from Lady Bobster's channel. So I will attempt to make her version of the cookies, which look really nice. So see how this goes, and I'll show you shortly and see how it's worked, if it has worked. So fingers crossed for us, guys. Please, fingers crossed, because I really do with this working now after the day I've had trying to get this today. Okay, so fingers crossed. Well, oh my fucking god, they look almost totally right. I mean, even if I can get them up without burning my fingers off, I will get the things out here. Look at that. That is almost bloody perfect. Unbelievable. So it goes to prove to you that just adding one simple ingredient can do a hell of a different job to it. That's just adding porridge oats, and literally it's worked a lot better. I will go back and have a look at some of these other ones to see if I can take the porridge oats out, but you can see there straight away, with the bloody adding the porridge oats in, it's just made a hell of a difference. They're thicker, they have the proper consistency that they're supposed to have. They just look almost bang on. I just would have needed a slight bit more of the ingredient in there to date, and that would have been perfect. Unbelievable, Jeff. Just unbelievable. Cool or fucking what? I'm well happy with that now. That's great. I will have more practice of that probably over the weekend, and maybe make some for Sunday morning, not here, and hopefully I'll get the thingy down pat. But that is fucking brilliant. I am well happy. Yeehaw! That's all I can say.
The big bad wolf. The big bad wolf.